sensitive, I know. Which is why I'm offering you the chance to do away with those pesky emotions. We don't believe in empaths here. Do you really believe you're a captain here? Surely you deserve an army to lead, which I can supply. Will you still deny me? Still on borrowed speed, Harkness? If only there was a scientist willing and able to splice the full power of the Speed Force inside you. Join me, Harkness, or I might be inclined to imprison you in a world filled with your worst nightmares. I can release you from misery, Harkness. Never again would you feel doubt or self-loathing. Doesn't that sound nice? Your new friends, you're worried you'll lose them, Boomerang. Join me and I'll give you the will to save them. Does it consume you, Captain Boomerang? The desire to know what I was going to offer you? One way to find out. As an anomaly, you drew my attention, Harkness. Now that you have it, don't squander it. How many incubators do you think I've created in the time it took you to destroy one? Yes. Despite ongoing setbacks, units, your task is to subdue the insurgents. It seems we're locked in a cycle of violence, Task Force X. Well, shall we continue? Don't blame you for your deficiencies, Harkness. It's your unwillingness to grow that disappoints. Without the Speed Force to propel you, you're nothing, Harkness. If only Flash could see you now, Harkness, you'd mean something. That cat contains more genetic information than all four of you combined. How does that make you feel? My encryption protocols have given you more than enough time to defeat these four. Your predictability will be your downfall, Harkness. So this is the might of an Earthling demigod. It will be mine. Well played, Task Force X. You've accomplished nothing, of course. But congratulations on yet another frivolous display of violence. Your little trinkets grow tiresome, Harkness. I've met other versions of you before on my great exodus. None of them have made me laugh. Perhaps clowns just aren't funny. Anomaly or no, Harry, resist me to the end, and you'll die forgotten. This whole world will be forgotten, but you, in particular, I will omit. Need I remind you, Harley, they put you in a box and abandoned you. As one of my favored lieutenants, no one would ever forget you. Think about it. A real army, under our command. My new Cobra will be unstoppable with your ruthlessness, Thornton. I want to cultivate your talents, Deadshot. Endless focus, infinite patience. Nothing to compromise you like this gluten allergy. All those secret failures and indignities, Boomerang. Join me before they learn what kind of monster you really are. Or a killer, Deadshot. It's in your name. It suffuses you. So be my weapon. Do a little genocide for Brainiac. We leave the legacies we've earned, Captain Boomerang. Yours will be no exception. At my side, or short, dismal, and absurd. Harkness is actually posing a threat with those things. Boomerang. I'm offering you the same power that I extended to your world's Superman. Don't reject the best deal you're going to get. You surpass my predictions, Boomerang. Can you maintain the pace? Don't assume you're special, Harkness. You are an anomaly, a fluke, a deviant deviation. Units, disarm Harkness before he embarrasses you further. You know as well as I do, Digger Harkness, that it's a fluke you've come this far. Failing upward. I enjoy stripping those boomerangs from you, Harkness. Ah, Boomerang, a personality only a mother could love. But she didn't, did she? And so, here you are. I could end all of this humiliation. You've come a long way from a filthy backwater at the edge of this world. I could help you go so much further, Boomerang. I will give you the enhancements necessary to reach your full potential, Harkness. Consider that. All the boomerangs at your disposal. An oversight, not factoring for the lowest common denominator. No matter, I am well secured. Finally as fast as your mouth, Harkness. You'll trip up soon enough. You will regret hunting for me, Task Force X, as I will regret having to terminate you. Against my better judgment, I open with my best offer. Do consider it. All forces. The Earthlings seem to believe it possible to counter us by going on the offensive. Demonstrate their futility. Trust me, at my side, you wouldn't play second fiddle to anyone. Not a sharpshooter, not a has-been, and definitely not a shark. Even if you join me, I'm afraid I can't be the parental figure you so obviously crave, Harley. Kaluan parental relationships are more complicated than disappointing mummy and daddy. I select only the best and most unique for my collection. Tell me, Harley, doesn't it make sense that I should approach you first? You think you'll have a life after all this, Harley? After me, they'll lock you away. I would thaw you from stasis again and again. I choose these people over me. I've only ever lauded your abilities, your intellect. I can see the real Harleen. After them, they're interfering with our scans and my terraforming, enhancing the search. I've grown tired of their attitude. Your vehicle is fighting me, but my vehicle is simply much more powerful. Just look at it, and you see it in your mind's eye, the glory of New Kolu. Or is it all just static and pornography in there? I expected you'd have objections to my terraforming operations. Nevertheless, I am on a schedule. Be warned against further interruptions. Drop Harkness before he runs circles around you all. Try this new firing sequence, Task Force X. Let's get up close and personal with the plasma beam. Lateral damage doesn't concern me. I'll be starting over with your planet. Yes, chipping away at a superior construction. What will be left when the beam hits you? You know what it costs me to produce one of those machines? Good thing I have whole worlds worth of raw material and cheap labor. It's only a matter of time now. They'll all be trophies on the mantle of my ambition. Zero in on their location. And while they're at it, do brutalize their bodies. For the setbacks you've caused me, I'll make you even more pliant than I did your Justice League. Your excesses could prove useful to me, Harkness. It's disturbing. I have a stockpile of resources across dimensions, remember? I'll enjoy stripping those boomerangs from you, Harkness. The pointless earthling lives you extend by destroying my terminals. Such a shame. Not long in the ashes of this world, Task Force X. You too will be scattered amongst it, soon enough. For astonishing recklessness, Harley. It will only get you so far. It seems their time is up. Crush the Earthlings. Cleanse this world. Attacking my facilities on two fronts does split my attention. But I have a 12th level intellect. There's nothing here for you but death, Task Force X. I've seen to it personally. Even you have the ability to pique my interest on occasion, Boomerang. Failure is all part of the evolutionary paradigm. However, in my case, failure is no longer the end of the cycle. You deflect your weaknesses with sarcasm and violence, Task Force X. But I see you. I know you better than you know yourselves. Yes, come for me again. But consider that all theories of warfare posit that you hold back your strongest assets for the end game. A mistake of my last consciousness, considering all of you uninformed. Believe me when I say it won't happen again. There's so much in store, Task Force X. Fight as you will, your reward for staying alive will be to witness evolution. Now that I know the talents at your disposal, I can plan for you. You become part of the equation. Simple.